Hey, what's up, guys? Here in the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson, and with another show for you guys today. We are on season 4, episode number 25. I'm your host, Zach Jackson, and I'm here with my guest host, Maurice Jenkins. Appreciate Maurice for jumping on and hanging with the Fire Sports Pod today.
Of course.
So we are powered by StreamYard, guys. Don't forget, StreamYard makes the dream yard go. I appreciate all of the support, guys, out there. We got 138 subscribers. You gained 2 subscribers from yesterday, so we'll keep going up the chain. So again, I appreciate it, and let's keep going from there. Don't forget to check out my TikTok, which is the Fire Sports Pod underscore 2.0. We did get banned, so it's back to. We need some help there. We definitely need some help there to gain that following back up. But let's get right to our show we have for you guys today. This will be posted at 5 a.m. on Friday morning, so don't forget to check it out. So Maurice, we're gonna talk some Knicks. We're gonna go into some Knicks and how we think maybe your Knicks go fare next year, coming into the season, and will they be? For me personally, I think they're gonna be definitely from the 4th seed to the top seed. I don't see them below anything like that. From the 4 all the way to the first. But I do think that Thibodeau definitely needs to understand a little bit how to coach. You can't play your 3 most valuable stars 40 minutes every night and expect them to be able to last through 2 rounds, or at least to get to you guys to the where you guys want to be, which is the finals. So, and then also not to mention the entire East was hurt, including you guys.
Yeah.
So Boston kind of had a really good run. But I think, like I said, before I let you go and talk about your Knicks, I think Boston is really gonna. They might Team USA might have put in a dynasty. I'm telling you that. Jeff Teague said it himself on the podcast that they might have put into a dynasty with the fact that they basically didn't play Jason Tatum. Told him he was ass. He was the first all NBA team, the only player on that Team USA to get that, and the other 4 were European guys. So the fact that he barely even played, you can't play 5 minutes against a Serbia team or anything like that. There's no way you couldn't use him. No way. And then not to mention Jaylen Brown wasn't even selected, and I thought he deserved it a little bit more than Derek White, definitely. And Drew Holiday, I like there, but Derek White, Jaylen Brown should have definitely been there. But do you think maybe the Celtics are coming with some vengeance? I believe they are, and I hate to say it because I'm a Lakers fan. I hate Boston, but how do you feel? How do you view your Knicks next year? And do you think Tom Thibodeau really needs to understand a little bit more of a coaching aspect? You can't just push all of these players. Yes, granted, you guys were hurt, but still, like you got to keep everyone like understandingly under minutes so that in the playoffs they can ramp up. So, what's your take on that?
So to tackle the Boston thing first, I do think that it was a mistake not playing Jason Tatum as much. I I have heard like people say he's gonna, have an MVP season this year. And I would say I am on the train of, I think Jason Tatum is gonna actually maybe have a good shot at MVP because he's gonna, use this as vengeance. He did win a lot, he won an NBA championship, he won an Olympic gold medal, but like the way he did it was just kind of in a very disrespectful way towards him. You know, he's the best person on the Boston Celtics. Everyone knows that, and the fact he didn't get Finals MVP, which no fault of his own. Like Jaylen Brown played better than him. Like
Yeah, yeah, most definitely.
it was. It's just it's not a good look. It's like if LeBron won another ring and Anthony Davis got MVP. Like, no disrespect to Anthony Davis, just like, when you think Lakers, you think LeBron, you would expect him to win. And, it's the same thing. And of course, the whole Olympic gold medal, that's a great accomplishment. It's his second one, but he didn't even play that much. And he just won a championship. He's a top 5, top 10 player in the NBA. And like Derek White was getting more minutes than him. And I understand like it's a whole system thing. You got a bunch of stars. You got to figure out how to play each one of them, and it's not really about everyone playing. It's about doing what's best for the team. But like you could have easily had him fit in some role off the bench. You
Yeah,
just
exactly.
like even KD not starting just didn't make sense to me. Drew Holiday is a great player and a great defender, and I do understand like his presence on that team, but like it's just certain lineups just was really puzzling. You know, at least try them. You know, if you try them, they don't work, cool. But like he didn't even try them. You know, KD didn't start to the last game. Jason Tatum had too many D and Ps. Like it was just weird.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I wouldn't hold it past, you know, Jason Tatum having a vengeful year and just, you know, going for the MVP.
Yeah. I
But
definitely agree with that.
to the Knicks point, I do think I love what the Knicks have done this offseason. You know, Mikal Bridges, I didn't think it was possible. You know, there was so many rumors about, you know, the Nova Four happening, and like Brooklyn would never do business with New York because the boroughs things, and it happened. I don't know. I mean, they got it done. They overpaid, cool, but like it happened. He's here, so we're
Now,
just
I got a question.
yeah.
To pivot, to stay on the same track, but pivot to a different direction. Now, do you think that you guys, as Knicks fans, you think you kind of overhyped the trade? Like, was it like that big of a trade, or was it like team wise, chemistry wise, it's a great trade, but it's not like you guys got Donovan Mitchell. It's not like you guys got Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah.
I'm degrading the trade. I think it works perfect for you, but I think in any other system, if like Mikal Bridges went to the Warriors, okay, that's a good trade. That's a great trade. That's a good trade, but it's not a historic trade. You guys were kind of treating it like a historic, especially Stephen A. Smith. I love him to death. But my God, this man was like, you guys got like God's gift. It was like you guys landed Steph Curry. Like I don't know about that. Like, but I like the trade. Like that's not what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
just like you guys kind of maybe like made it too like big. Now
Like
you put so
overhyped it.
yeah, and you put so much expectations now. So now if he doesn't do well, or they four don't do well and don't coexist well enough, and you guys don't get where you're supposed to get, then it goes backfires on you guys who overhyped the entire thing from the beginning. That's all I'm saying. So what's your take on that?
I I have mixed reviews about it. I
Okay.
think that yes, when you look at it, like the amount they paid for, and you look at the player they got in return, it's like Mikal Bridges. You know, like this is the difference maker. This is why people are saying New York is going to rival Boston because of this. But at the same time, you look at the New York Knicks structure. You look at the team they have. They're not a traditional team.
No.
This isn't a team that you have three to top 15 or 20 players in the league, and that's why they're so good. The Knicks work because of each player doing their role, and each player in like it's a chemistry thing, you know. It's similar to the Detroit Pistons that won in '06, but not '06. No, '06, or was it '04? No, it was '04.
Oh
It was
four, oh four, oh four.
'04. Yeah. The Heat won '06. So it's
Yeah.
similar to the Detroit Pistons, right? Like you look at that team, on paper, they weren't better than Shaq and Kobe, but they won. I mean, the Lakers had their own things going on, but they won because each player knew their role, and the system, and each player, you know, doing what they're supposed to do on a team. It was chemistry. The Knicks are an extremely similar team where, like, you know, even when we lost Julius Randle, OG Anunoby wasn't 100%. Mitchell Robinson, we lost him. We were still playing as one of the best teams in the league. And it's
Yeah.
because everyone knew exactly how to play off of one another. Every player knew how to play their exact role. And when you add someone who will fit that role perfectly, because you look at it, you know, we could have got Paul George. Paul George is a very ball dominant player. And like
Yeah.
you have to think, you bring that here. Jalen Brunson doesn't get as many touches, so he's not going to be the same Jalen Brunson you knew from last season, right? And then he's going to take minutes from other guys too. And then, like, is Julius Randle going to be able to play off of him? But you add Mikal, who doesn't need that many touches, who doesn't need the ball in his hands as much. He can literally be a catch and shoot 3-and-D type of guy that he was in Phoenix when they went to the finals. It fits perfectly. So, like, yeah, you can say they overpaid, but the player they needed wasn't a Paul George. It
Yeah.
looks good on paper. Same thing with Donovan Mitchell. I was never really a fan of the whole Donovan Mitchell
Oh
thing.
no, I was just saying that as an
No, no,
example
yeah,
because that was a player that they could have got for that big of a
yeah.
money, and you would think, okay, that guy of a money, yes, maybe doesn't fit well, like you're saying. He's more of a ball dominant guy, but at least it's like, all right, they paid enough for a guy that's that big of a star. Mikal Bridges, I think, fits you guys perfectly, but you guys definitely overpaid for that dude. Most definitely, he's not worth. I don't know, was it like seven picks?
I think it might have been 6.
6 picks, still 6 picks. He is not worth 6 picks. And then I don't know what the contract, I forgot the contract number was, but it was an absurd contract number. There's no way he's worth that. I'm sorry. He's not like he's averaging 25 a game on 12 assists. We're not getting a LeBron James here. We're getting a guy that maybe averages a good 15, 18 a game. A very good defender. I would say one of the better defenders in the league. And that's why it fits your team. But any other team, we would be like they're like I can't really compare any other team getting Mikal Bridges like the Michael Penix thing in the NFL. But I could say like it would be a shocker for them to take 6 picks on Mikal Bridges for any other team. And then all the money that you gave him. Again, you had the 4, you get the core 4 from Villanova. That was the big thing. And then you add the chemistry with that. And then you add his 3-point shooting, his defense. And then it works perfect. And you guys need another 3-point shooter that can help out Brunson when he needs help. You have another defender to help out Anunoby, DiVincenzo, Julius Randle when he's healthy, Mitchell Robb, and Jalen Brunson as well. So I think you guys did it perfect. I think you got the right guy, but you got the right guy for the wrong money. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean that was the only way we were gonna be able to do that trade. You know, if it was any other team, we wouldn't have paid that much. But it was just because it was Brooklyn.
They wanted to kill you guys.
Brooklyn, yeah. If it was any other team, it wouldn't have gone down like that. But it just had to go that way. But it will be interesting. I do really wish we could have kept Isaiah Hartenstein. You know,
I know, man. I liked him with you guys, man.
I hated it so much because, like,
but dude, he's getting paid more than Jalen Brunson. That's the funny thing.
I think OKC overpaid for Isaiah Hartenstein, and not because of his talent. It's just like what their team is very different than ours. You know, like they don't need Isaiah Hartenstein to do the same things we needed from him.
And they're a young ass team too.
Exactly, like
they're the youngest team in the NBA.
He's not gonna play the same over there that he played for us.
No, but I would like to see Chet Hartenstein on the floor at the same time.
Oh yeah, that team is gonna be dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised they make it out the West, if I'm being honest.
They were the number 1 seed this year, so I mean, maybe repeat number 1s.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I think it's between them and Minnesota right now, only because Denver, they keep losing pieces. They added Westbrook. We'll see how that fits, but they just keep losing people, man.
Actually, to second on that, I think Westbrook is gonna be perfect in Denver. I'm telling you, man, I have a feeling. I think he's going to revive his career in Denver because of this. He doesn't have to be the scorer.
But he hasn't had to be that for a while.
No. But they're going to let him be the scorer. So what I'm trying to say is that Jokic will pass the ball. That's why Steven Adams is so good, and he's a great pick and roll dude. Steven Adams in OKC for Russell Westbrook was fantastic with the pick and roll. That's why he loved him. That's why he really couldn't in the Rockets. You got Clint Capella, but he's not Steven Adams. Yeah, in the Lakers, you got Anthony Davis, but they didn't do a lot of pick and roll. It was because of LeBron was the more pick and roll. You see that better. I think Jokic is going to be perfect for Russell Westbrook. And, dude, he has shooters everywhere. I know they lost Caldwell Pope. I know they lost Brown. But, dude, they still have Michael Porter Jr. in the corner that's 6'8". You got Aaron Gordon can knock down a jump shot. And he's a slasher, too. So there's Lob City all day. You have Jokic that can hit the 3. And you got Jamal Murray running around like a freaking crazy man trying to get the ball. So you got players. You got not Bruce Brown. What's his name? What's the white kid's name?
Wait, which one comes off the bench?
Yeah, the one that he's kind of stocky, younger guy.
I know you're talking about too.
Damn it! What's his name? Damn it! What is his name? Braun. It's something Braun.
Something Braun.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go with Braun. Braun actually could do some things, so I like him too. You got some guys that coming off the bench as well. So I think it's gonna be great to see him. I think he's definitely gonna come off the bench. Most definitely. I don't think he's starting. No. He's great coming off the bench, but man, to have him coming off the bench, you keep Jokic in, keep my. Yeah, I think he's going to be good. I'm hoping because I like Russell Westbrook. I want to see him. I would if Denver wins a championship this year. I wouldn't mind seeing Russell Westbrook winning one because I want him to win because that would put him like over here now with a championship after all the records and all the statistics that he's breaking and that he has. If he gets a championship, he's all the way up here with the point guards.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think after the gold medal run that it changes anyone's legacy on that team?
What, the one that we just had?
Yeah. Or do you think it all stayed the same for those guys?
I would say the only people that it would change, it's not changing Drew Holiday's, it's not changing the only three people that
I think that kind of solidified, at least for me, I think that solidified Drew Holiday being
No. Like I'm saying, like I already had him there. I don't think for me, I already had Drew Holiday in one of the best defending points. Like his resume is off the chains. He's got already 2 championships. One with Milwaukee, which he was the same guy. One with Boston, which he was the same guy, and he was doing the same thing. So I've already had him there. A gold medal just puts him on the top of the top with that. I would say Bam Adebayo, that helps him out big time. Getting a gold medal. I think Jason Tatum, it adds to his resume, even though he didn't play. Still, a gold medal is a gold medal. You still were able to play in the exhibition games, and he still helped out big time in those games. I think helping out, Anthony Edwards, he said he's not doing it again. But I think it helps him out because once he wins a championship, you got a championship gold medal. That's what's good. I think it helps out Steph Curry. Steph Curry, big time. I think that helps out big time. I'm right now going to tell you he is the best point guard of all time. I'm sorry, Magic Johnson. I love him to death. But, dude, you can't do what this guy is doing on the basketball court. You can't. I'm sorry. It's impossible. You're not that guy.
For me, that made me put Curry above Magic, and it wasn't even just because of him winning; it's how he won.
The last 3 games, I would say, but the last 2 games, 36-24, put the team on his back. Dude, Kevin Durant and LeBron James, so-called the best players on Team USA, which they were hands down. It was LeBron, Kevin Durant. It was LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. That's how the thing went. I still would have, if it wasn't for LeBron, they were losing. They would have lost already. If it wasn't for LeBron,
LeBron wasn't on that team. They won the one.
They probably wouldn't have went out of the exhibition. They probably would have lost 3 games. They was close to Sudan. They were close with Germany, and they were close with Canada in the beginning. So I would say they without LeBron, they don't win any of those games. I'm sorry. A lot of people say, "Oh, Steph Curry is the best player on the Olympics." No, he showed up the last 2 games, but he showed up in the most important way possible, which put him, because a lot of people were saying that Steph Curry's playing like shit. He
kind of was. He kind of was.
No, he was. What the hell is happening? This is not good. On the biggest stage, he's crumbling. We going back to 2016, where he freaking went down and blew up and just did nothing. He did the ultimate collapse like LeBron did. Nothing really puts LeBron. LeBron's collapse against Dallas was ridiculous, but Steph Curry's is up there because they were up 3-1. They were up 3-1 and they lost that. So that's how that goes. But I think Steph Curry definitely is the best point guard after this thing. And if he gets another title, then then you got to say that he's tied with Magic. He's got a gold medal. He's the best 3-point shooter of all time that God ever created. So then you got to put him there. That's my thing. You got to put him as the best. If people are even discussing that he's not the best, if he wins another title, then he is the best. Without a doubt. But I got him already the best. I think it also adds another thing to LeBron. His chase to catching Jordan or whatever the case is, or his case to just it being the best overall play. Like, that's what people don't understand. I think Jordan's the best basketball player. Like scorer. Like you need a shot, you need to make it. Jordan. But, dude, the best overall basketball player can guard all 5 positions, can be all 5 positions, can pass the rock, can shoot the rock. He shot 43.2% this year from 3, the best he's ever shot. He can still drive to the rim. He's 39 years old. He's got the scoring title. He's got all this. He's got 4 championships, a couple MVPs. Dude, he's got a couple gold medals. I mean, how much more do you want from the dude? If he wins another title, I'm sorry. I don't think anyone can tell me he's not the best player overall in the planet that has ever played the game. You can't tell me Jordan's better than him because he didn't do it as long. Granted, yes, he had a longer career because of not being in college, but still had nothing to do with that. He didn't win his first title until he was like 9, 10 years into the league.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that. I think that helps out. And I also think it helps out Kevin Durant. I think he's the best scorer to ever walk this planet. I think that then even solidified him. Him coming off an injury, first game back, drops 22 points. Basically single-handedly won the game for them. He went 8 for 9 shooting. I think that also helps him out. But yeah, I think it helps out. Anthony Davis, showing that he got a little bit of an injury in the beginning of the Olympics, stayed in it, and was able to play great. Without Anthony Davis, that defensive ability. Bam Adebayo is going to have to take that all the time. I'm sorry, Anthony Davis is way better than Bam Adebayo. It's not even close. So I think that Anthony Davis really solidified him as, I would say, I'm sorry. I think Anthony Davis, and I know you might say I'm a Lakers fan. No, I think I watched every game. I think because Anthony Davis's defensive presence, wanting the ball, wanting to score. I'm not taking anything away from Joel Embiid, but I'm sorry, Joel Embiid, you are soft as shit. I don't like him. I never wanted him in the starting lineup. I didn't want him on Team USA. Let his ass go to France. I don't care. We would have still beat France. I love Anthony Davis because he's physical. He wants to play, and he actually didn't get bitched. He actually wanted to go after them and wanted to rip their head off. He really wanted to play, and I haven't seen that aggression since 2020. Even last year, he has glimpses of it, and then he just turns it off sometimes. 2020, he was consistently dominating everybody. Giannis, Jokic, Cat, Rudy, every freaking big you can name, he was dominating. Joel Embiid dominating them. And he hasn't been there. Last year, I saw more consistency. This Paris Olympics, I like the way he played, even though he didn't score a lot, you might say, but defensively, his decision making, his dribbling was much better. His passing was much better. His IQ was much better. His understanding of where spots to go. I just think it showed him that he's, to me, other than Jokic, I think you got to put Anthony Davis in that top 3 of the best bigs in the league right now. I think it's Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Anthony Davis. I think it's those 3, and there's nobody else. I'm sorry for everybody else that thinks everybody else is good, like Cat. No, he sucks. He's not good. Better than all 3 of them. Rudy, he's a fucking joke. Victor, we can't say that. He's too young. I can't say that he's better than those 3. He's going to be, but he's not right now. So I think those 3 of those. I'm gonna let you end off and what you think, what I just said for the next 2 minutes, and then we'll head off of the show.
I agree with what you said about like each of their legacies. I think Kevin Durant, it definitely makes you look at him differently. Like even me, like I still have kind of like that bad taste in my mouth from him leaving OKC, and joining Golden State. And like him winning the gold medal, and then like him becoming the all-time Team USA leading scorer, and the most wins in men's USA basketball. It does, make me look at him differently. I still think he needs to win a ring by himself to change his legacy like permanently. But
exactly, yeah.
At least for right now, it's nice to look at him differently. LeBron, same thing. Like I've never seen anything like LeBron, man. Like
he's going nuts.
When he first was announced for this team, so many people were like, "Oh, he's gonna come off the bench. He's not one of the best players." And he showed you that he is a star among stars, and like that's just crazy to think at his age. Like that's crazy,
dude. He's still the best player on the team.
Exactly,
and of the best of the best. He's still the best.
Building off of that, I think most importantly, this showed me the Lakers are just badly run right now.
Yeah.
You think about the top 4 performers on that team, LeBron and AD are definitely in that top 4 performing, list. And the fact that those 2 stood out so much amongst people like Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid, And then you look at the regular season, and then they're an afterthought, man. Like no
Yeah,
one's picking the Lakers to come out the West. No one's picking the Lakers to even be top 16. Like
that's what I'm trying to tell you guys.
everyone knows they're gonna be in a play-in. Like, and it's crazy because like if you had those guys, you can clearly see they're both performing at high levels, and you just can't put the right pieces around them. It's just insane. Like LeBron could have had 6 rings by now if you put the right team around him.
Exactly.
It's just it's horrible to even think like dang man, and it's the confidence thing. Like you said, Anthony Davis hasn't you haven't seen him play like that, and he played in the Olympics since 2020 when they won the bubble. And it's a
Exactly.
confidence thing, you know.
Yeah.
If the team isn't winning, same thing with LeBron. LeBron's not gonna do what he did for Team USA. Like that part of him came out when they needed to win, when the game was on the line and they needed to win, and they're winning for something. You know, they're gonna win a gold medal. It's not just they're winning a regular season game just for them to lose the next one. You know, like
Exactly.
it shows you if there's something to play for, you're gonna get the best player in the world out of LeBron. If there's something to play for, you're gonna get a top 5 player in the league in Anthony Davis. And the fact that you don't even get that because the Lakers are just so badly run, it just hurts my heart to see. Because like LeBron anyway is gonna end his career on a mediocre team, and that's crazy.
And that's crazy to even think because they're not a mediocre team. But
Exactly. On paper, they should be playing way better, and I just don't understand why they don't. Like, that's just crazy to think, man. Like,
yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. But
yeah,
yeah, I
but
don't know. But
it's gonna be interesting to see, you know, just how the season is gonna go. You know, um, I mean, I think everyone pretty much knows what teams are going to be at the top and which teams are going to be in that middle pack. But it'll be interesting to see, you know, which team comes out on top in each conference. You know, who's better between Philly and New York. You know, what team is going to take that number 1 spot in the West? Is it going to be OKC, Minnesota, or Denver? You know, so it'll be really interesting to see
yeah,
this.
no, definitely, definitely, definitely. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for the show here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zack Jackson, on another show for you guys today. Again, on season 4, episode number 25, powered by StreamYard. I'm going to thank my guest host, Maurice Jenkins, for jumping on in such late notice, and I appreciate you helping me out, brother. So we'll be in touch. Maybe we get another show before I go back to school. But this man was on NBC Sports for the Paris Olympics helping out. I believe you were helping him with the behind the scenes with the camera work and everything like that.
No, I was actually doing production. So like I was production assistant for like bunch of different
But
stuff.
you're kind of doing the stuff behind the scenes type
Yeah,
of.
yeah. A lot of behind the
Really?
scenes stuff.
Cool, cool, cool. But he was a key. That was a key part, and he was on TV. That was cool to see. He posted on his Instagram. If you wanted to shout out your Instagram, you can do it now. If not, we'll just end the show for there.
Yeah, young MJ _ 17. Yeah.
All right, you guys go follow that. Check out what he's doing. He's going to be doing some great things in the future. And to that, that's pretty much it, guys. So I'll catch you guys on Monday on Recap Monday. Again, this show will be posted on Friday at 5 a.m. Appreciate you guys. Peace out here on the Fire Sports Pod.